As the Democratic Party works to release its Iowa caucus results, the presidential candidates are turning their attention to New Hampshire. That state is set to hold the first in the nation primary next Tuesday. CBS News 2020 campaign reporter Bo Erickson is already there. He's been following former Vice President Joe Biden, and he joins me now from Nashua with more. All right, so Bo, I'm most intrigued by the Biden campaign and how they're feeling this morning. What are they saying to you about what happened last night and how they feel about the lack of officials actually coming out with the the results in the Iowa caucuses?
Good morning, Vlad. Just like several other campaigns, the Biden campaign was up all night coming to New Hampshire. Everyone's kind of running on a little sleep, but they're trying to kind of sort out what still happened last night and what questions they have about the lack of results. According to two senior advisors that I spoke to last night and this morning, the big question for them right now has to do with the paper ballot kind of backup system that they have, this presidential preference card that was new this year. They say if the Iowa Democratic Party cannot guarantee that every single caucus goer filled out those presidential preference cards in every single alignment, then the party should not be saying that they have complete confidence in the results. There's a couple people telling me that it's not quite there yet with the campaign, that they're going to officially ask for a recount because they say you have to put forward some type of evidence to prove that. They say we're not at that point right now. They're just trying to get some more clarity on what happened with those presidential preference cards. But last night, as you know, we probably heard several times this morning on CBSN, the Biden campaign took kind of a different track in talking about their success last night. They think they did well. Several advisors are saying that they did better in some counties than they thought they were going to. But one senior advisor said they don't really have good information, anecdotal or from inside the campaign, even their internal numbers, around to up to 75 counties in the state. And there's 99 counties in Iowa. So there's a lot of questions to be had. And so they're just trying to focus on New Hampshire. And that's where we are today. And we have a couple events with Joe Biden.
So I got to think that in a weird way, what happened yesterday in Iowa in some ways might give the Biden camp a little bit more momentum because you've got Mayor Pete Buttigieg declaring victory. Bernie Sanders says that no, in fact, that he won. Senator Amy Klobuchar is saying she was punching above her weight. And as you point out, the reaction from the Biden camp has been a little bit more muted. And so I wonder if even when the results come out today, Bo, they can question the legitimacy of the results because things went so awry yesterday.
Last night, almost immediately after Joe Biden got off stage, I was running around talking to advisors, talking to their highest level surrogates. They have a very deep bench of surrogates with, a lot of household names there, and they were already questioning what impact Iowa should have now in the primary, how much weight we should put into the results. They say it's focused on New Hampshire time. Several have told me now that it kind of seems like Senator Sanders kind of has a lock on the state already when you look at polling. So now they're asking, is the real determining factor Nevada? And, that's kind of convenient for the Biden campaign because the polling there shows them running ahead because there's a more diverse electorate there, according to them, and they think they do better with those voters. And so there's already kind of a switch, you could say, trying to focus, getting closer to that South Carolina where they think they're going to do the best in for these earliest states.
Right, but here's my question then, Bo, because look, we have already pointed out to our viewers that CBS News has not confirmed any of the data that the campaign's internal polling is showing them and the data that they are telling us that they have. So let's put that out there, that caveat. But if you look at what Buttigieg's campaign is saying, if you look at what Sanders' campaign is saying, the question then becomes, where is Joe Biden in the mix, depending on what the official results show later today? And depending on that, I know, as you do, that they are really banking on South Carolina on the 29th of February and going on the Super Tuesday. The question is, can the donors and the supporters hang on until the 29th, depending on regardless of what the official results in Iowa are?
Great question, Vlad. You cannot run out of momentum, and you definitely cannot run out of money. I've talked to several donors all throughout the country. They say they are kind of happy with how they think Joe Biden did, at least with what they saw on television and in their private conversations. And so I don't think right now there's going to be quite a switch from maybe those deep pocket supporters there. Also, I have to mention, Joe Biden does have that super PAC. Obviously, it's not connected to the campaign at all, but we saw in Iowa that the message was really bankrolled by that pro-Joe Biden super PAC. We do not know how well it worked, but we will continue to look for that and how they may invest here in New Hampshire or Nevada or South Carolina.
All right, Bo. As always, Bo Erickson, we thank you. Appreciate it.